welcome back to my channel. I'm Mystic Rose and it's so great to have you here with me today. Today, I'll be doing a tarot pick a card reading all about the special person on your mind. And we'll be taking a deep dive look into how did this person feel about you in the beginning of this relationship, in the beginning of this connection, versus how do they feel about you now, okay? So it'll be a deep dive look and we'll be getting lots and lots of details. I hope that you'll enjoy it and I hope that you'll get a lot out of it. So if you are new here or you've been here before but you haven't yet subscribed, please consider taking a moment to do so, as I would love to have you be part of this awesome community. So to those of you who already are subscribers, thank you so much. I'm truly appreciative of your support, and it's because of you that this channel continues to thrive and to grow. So thank you, thank you, thank you. There will be 3 piles to choose from, and you can choose based on gemstones or images or some combination of the two. The choice is yours. Go ahead and go down to the timestamps down below in order to make your selection. So again, we're going to be taking a deep dive look into the person on your mind and how did they view you, or what were their feelings about you when they first met you or in the beginning versus now. How do they feel about you now? Okay, so without any further hesitation, let's get started on your reading. Hello, welcome to your gemstone selection. For pile 1, we have opalite. For pile 2, we have the blue agate. And for pile 3, we have the light green aventurine. Go ahead and think about which one you're most drawn to. Okay, go ahead and pause the video if you need more time, but if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started with your reading all about how did the person on your mind feel about you in the beginning versus how do they feel about you now. Let's get started. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. So, if you are here because you chose this opalite gemstone or image 1, you're in the right place for today's tarot pick a card reading. We'll be taking a deep dive look into the person on your mind. How did they feel about you in the beginning versus now? Let me go ahead and take a moment to connect with Spirit. Spirit, please be here with me now. Help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to Group 1, all about the questions at hand. Please speak through me as you always do. And please bring in light, peace, positivity, and protection. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, I will be using the Tarot de la Nuit tarot cards. I will also be using the Heal Yourself oracle cards and possibly the Lucy Cavendish oracle of the shapeshifters. So we will see, and I'll also be doing some confirmations at the end of this reading, and that will be where I will do some name channeling. Okay, and I'll be doing like astro dice and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and clear the energies here. Okay, so Spirit, how did the person on their mind view them or feel about them in the beginning? We're gonna do like a top row for the beginning and a bottom row for how they feel about you now. So in the beginning, okay, we have the King of Wands, we have the Hierophant, Ten of Wands. These are pretty cards. I love these cards. Spirit, how did the person on their mind view them in the beginning? What were their feelings toward them in the beginning? Knight of Cups. The Moon. Okay, and now let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and get a different tarot deck for this bottom row, okay? I think this one would be a good companion for this because this is pretty. It's called Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot Deck. How does this person on their mind feel about them now? Knight of Wands. That's crazy because we had the King of Wands up here and now we have the Knight of Wands. Justice. How does this person on my pile of one's mind feel about them now? Queen of Swords. Six of Cups. And we have the Four of Pentacles, but it came out in reverse. Interesting. So just by looking at this, I can tell that in the beginning, this person wanted to give you their heart, their whole heart. They wanted to give you everything that they had possibly hidden within themselves that they hadn't shared with anyone else. Now, they kind of felt like you were somebody who could heal them, could help them, somebody who was very knowledgeable with spiritual matters, and somebody who just all around was somebody who had the knowledge, the inner wisdom to almost like be some kind of teacher here to them or a guide. There was a lot of trust. And that's how they viewed you in the beginning, is that they felt like they could trust you almost immediately. Because there was just something about you that it spoke to their soul. And it allowed them to be able to fully trust you in the beginning. And open up to you, even though that might have been hard for them to do in the past. Maybe it was difficult for them to open up, and love wasn't easy for them. It was not easy for them to open up, but when it came to you, they felt very calm, and they felt like you would accept them for who they were, secrets and all. And you might have been very surprised by some of the things that you found out about this person in the beginning. And you might have been very surprised at some of the things that they went through, some of the things that were really hard in their life that they entrusted you with to tell you about, because they wanted to get close to you in the beginning. They really did, even though it wasn't natural for them to open up and to trust somebody that quickly. But I feel like in the beginning, they saw you as somebody who they wanted to give their whole heart to, and they trusted you, okay? It was something out of the ordinary for this person, though, because they could have had like a commitment type of phobia in the beginning, like because of the fact that like they had fears of being rejected. I feel like this person had a lot of fears in regards to like showing someone their shadow aspects and not knowing if they were going to be accepted, but like with you, they felt safe. They felt like you were a safe place. And we have the King of Wands and the Knight of Cups, which can stand for energies of water or fire, or this person on your mind could be a fire sign or a water sign. So fire signs are Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And then the Knight of Cups is a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant individual. And the Moon is Pisces. Hierophant is Taurus. So just to give you a kind of idea of what signs are here. Now, the signs don't have a whole lot of pull, or, they don't have a whole lot to do with the reading. I mean, unless it resonates, then take it. But like, it can still apply to you even if your person is not a fire or water. Like, say your person is an air sign, or let's say they're a Virgo, or something like that. That's okay. Because this can still apply. This is just basically, it can be a confirmation, but it can also be the energies that were present when they first met you. So like this is like a willingness to open up to you and to really allow you to see the parts of them that they didn't want other people to see, because they almost like they just had this immediate trust with you. And you also made them feel very protective of you and of this connection. And they were fighting for you. There could have been others involved, and this person in the beginning, like they fought for this connection. They fought for you. If friends or family members tried to say something, anything, this person would just not pay attention to it. Like, this person was very protective. This is the kind of person that in the beginning, like, they wanted to stand up for you and fight for this connection. Yeah, they wanted to fight for the connection. So in the beginning, so now let's see. Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles. This person cares a lot. In fact, how they feel about you now, they still have that same protective energy. Like, they want to protect what you have. And even if the two of you are not together for some reason right now, they still care, and they want to, there's a real desire to let you know that they do care, okay? Because when we have like the Four of Pentacles, that's about like hoarding their feelings, or like keeping their feelings to themselves, okay? It can be for like greed, a desire for, yeah. It's in reverse though, okay? So basically what this means is it's kind of like the opposite, okay? So yeah, it's like keeping your emotions in. It's like keeping your cards close to your chest. But like this person, it's like now they want to tell you. They know how important it is to communicate with you. They want to tell you that you are like a soulmate to them, and that with the Six of Cups, they can really be themselves around you. Like, I feel like they still feel much the same way as they did in the beginning. They want to fight for this. That is what I'm seeing here. And they want to open up to you and tell you how much you've changed their life. If you're not together for any reason, there's definitely a desire to reconcile with you. This can be for reconciliation, and to let you know how important you are. I heard, how could I ever let you get away? So that's for only if you are in separation from this person. But that would be very hard to imagine that the two of you would go into separation It could be anything that would be maybe keeping you apart, distance or situations, because this person, like, I still see them here wanting to fight for this connection. However, I do remember thinking in the beginning that maybe there was a little bit of a fear to commit. Maybe this person is still going through that a little bit. Like, they still kind of have like a little bit of a fear of commitment that is residual. That is something that they need to work on. I kind of want to get more into this and see why we have that there, because they know that you are the one here. Queen of Swords is here too, and Justice. They want to be fair to you. Justice is about fairness. It can stand for Libran energy. Can you tell us a little bit more, Spirit, about how they're feeling now? Yeah, this is about like a truth coming out. So they want to tell you, there's a truth they need to tell you. So there's a desire to talk. Possible reconciliation here. It says unleash your creativity. Procrastination. Sadness. Okay, why is this person sad? Pay attention to signs. Okay. So this person is sad because they're wanting so much. And if you are in separation, they're having some memories, some flashbacks, possibly. Memories bring back you. There's a song, memories bring back you. And I don't know who sings that, but that's the song that's coming to my mind. There was some kind of loss here that this person feels. That's why they're sad. Maybe they waited too long to tell you, and now they know how important it is to tell you how they feel, because there's a sadness. Like, it's almost like if the two of you are going through some kind of like separation or something, either they feel like they missed the signs, or like they waited too long to tell you. Okay. Why do we have this one here, Spirit? Unleash your creativity. Love. Okay, what I'm getting here too is they still have feelings for you if you two are in separation, or they're wanting to reconcile with you. They're very, I want to say, like, they're kind of like, they're very much a thinker, and they're thinking, they kind of have like restrictive thinking, but how they feel about you presently is they want to have a new opportunity in love. They want to know if you want to reconcile or something like that, because this person could have been dragging their feet here with the procrastination card. They've had some kind of major epiphany. Like, they don't want to be without you. They're very sad without you. And I heard, I miss you. They just know that there needs to be some changes because they're not happy without you. So this almost feels like, to me, like there could be some kind of loss or separation here, or something that they need to take action on. Because it's not fair to you or to the situation. For for them to sit on this and not to do anything. They could have been going through stress, some kind of job loss, some kind of loss. For somebody here, there was waiting, there was delay, or the trust was broken. Okay, that trust that this person had or you had for them, or vice versa. There was something about the trust maybe was broken. And at first, like when they first met you, there was a lot of happiness, a lot of harmony. They were kind of open to whatever happened between you. There was a lot of reciprocal energy exchanged, but they might have been torn between being like non-committal and committal. They were kind of like, well, I'm down for whatever. Let's let it be what it'll be. Let's let it be what this will be. And they had so much excitement and joy and happiness and passion. And there was a lot of like intimate moments, special moments, and they saw a future with you. And they could have been very on board with that, but then a shift may have occurred. And then this person could have gone a little cold with the Queen of Swords there. That's what that stands for, is this person could have shown you like a different side of them, or maybe they're still kind of having some of these issues that they thought that, you know, would go away. They thought that it could be healed. They thought that it would be done and over with. But what they're discovering is that it's still there. It's still part of their journey. And they're not over it. So let's go ahead and look a little bit more into this. I feel like in the beginning, this connection gave them so much, have faith, gave them a feeling of like things were going to get better. They put a lot of faith in you and the connection in the beginning, but they almost like wanted you to like save them. Okay. Notice how we have the cross here. It says have faith. And here she's like standing in the light. She's letting the light shine on her. I was hearing that song, Heaven, Let Your Light Shine Down. This connection gave them a lot of light, and they were very focused on you in the beginning. Selling out. Why is that here? Soulmate. In the beginning, I feel like there was somebody in the picture, somebody else, or they had just gotten out of a rough situation. There was somebody who kind of like was maybe interfering, or this could have been somebody that they had just gotten out of a relationship with, but like this person was on their mind. But when they met you, they were like, this other person means nothing to me. You are my soulmate. So in the beginning, they put all their trust in you because they felt like you were their soulmate. They almost might have put too much pressure on you. We have temptation. Yeah, there could have been like somebody else involved here, and we have self-love. So what I'm getting here is like in the beginning, this person felt that you could basically be their saving grace. And then, you know, this one here is interesting. He's like kind of like, he looks like a ghost, and it looks like they're connecting in the 5D. This person, you might have taught this person a lot about spirituality and stuff in the beginning, and you really opened their eyes. And maybe they were, maybe they had never heard of these kinds of things before, but like you opened their eyes and you allowed them to see things in a new light, not from like a religious perspective, but more of like an open or spiritual perspective. Maybe you taught them about 5D, or maybe you taught them about like astral projection, different things like that, and how to love themselves. And like they really were embracing all this. They could have taken a step backwards, okay? And I feel like too, like this person, I feel like they failed you. And if you are still with this person, there may be some challenges, okay? For those of you that are still with this person now. there's some challenges. And they may be saying that they want to change, and they want to change. They do. Healing needs to happen. And they're kind of waiting, like, well, what comes next? They're sort of afraid to take some action, but they want to take the action. For many, they feel like they've lost you, and they do not want to give up hope. This person, though, I get the feeling that they need to take action, or they might lose you if they haven't already. They can't let fear dictate their life, and they have to focus on getting better and being a team, okay, and facing whatever comes next, you know. But they have fear surrounding them, and they have fear surrounding like long-term commitment issues. They do ultimately have like a sense of a fear of losing themselves, or maybe even rejection. They're definitely out of balance with their emotional stuff. They're all out of balance. So, all right, maybe we could get one more for each. So how did they feel in the beginning versus now, Spirit? We have the fairy bee. My life is sweet. So they were very optimistic when they first met you, and they thought you were going to just come in like an angel, make everything better, take away all their issues, and they put too much pressure on you to do this. You made their life very sweet, but it was almost like a fairy tale. In so many ways, I feel like maybe this person wasn't really ready to put in all the work that it would take. How are they feeling now? Sadness. Okay, after sadness, happiness and hope return. So sadness, we have sadness twice, but it says sadness, and then after sadness, happiness and hope return. So they're sad, but also they're kind of hopeful in a way that if they change, because the butterfly is here, if they change, if they can change, if somehow a miracle happens and they can change, that you'll still want them. That's how they feel. I was hearing that song by Olivia Newton-John that was like, hopelessly devoted to you. And then I heard confusion. So this person could send like confusing messages. Sometimes they can act like they care a lot, and sometimes they might act like they don't care. And it can be very hard to read them. Do you have any guidance or advice, Spirit, for group 1? The Hierophant. Okay. That is about, it can be for somebody who is a teacher. Okay, you do have a lot you can help this person with, but also that's going to be a choice, okay? It doesn't need to all rest on your shoulders or fall on your shoulders. You have a lot to teach, but if it's hurting you, it may be time to let it go. If it's harming you, okay? Because when you're so wise and you're willing to help people like you are, sometimes you can help, but it's to your own detriment. And you don't want it to get you down and like pin you down to where you're not able to move, okay? The moon. The moon is for like hidden things that are unknown. There's so many unknowns, Spirit is saying. And what about that, Spirit? so much that has to heal that hasn't even come up yet, and you know it because you're very psychic, and it's so much work. Spirit's saying this is a long road up ahead for love with this person. It's a lot of work for on their part. This almost is mimicking some kind of twin flame journey. That's what I'm getting here. It's a lot of work. Not only that, it is painful. So you have a choice if you want to do this. But you already probably know this because the High Priestess is here. You are a wise one. Okay. I'm definitely getting like wise men, shaman kind of, or wise one, shaman, seer, sage, seer vibes from you, group one. And you know that there's things that this person hasn't even told you and more things to uncover. More healing needs to be done. So you have a choice, okay? Do you want to continue down this path? Or is it too hard? You got to make the choice. But if you go down the road of helping this person, it may be difficult, okay? It may be difficult. So Spirit is just kind of saying basically what you already know, but just offering you this wisdom to say you have a choice in this, okay? I'm just going to channel some names real quick. I heard Alfred or Alfie, Alphonsus. I might say your name, their name, first, middle, or last name, screen name, nickname. If not, you can look for their name or your name spelled out in the tiles. If everything's there except one letter, it still counts, and you can duplicate letters if you need to. You can also look for the initials. If you hear me say names of people you know or family members, let that just be extra confirmation that this is your group, okay? So I heard Joel, Angie, Stacy, Tracy, Tanya, Tori, Zane, Tanisha, Sunita, Roger, Raymond, Caden, Easton, Ethan, Bailey, Jay, Jason, Jacardi, Val, Bashan, Roland, Raquel, Kennedy, Carrie, Anne, Asha, Ashlyn, Roslyn, Josh, Jocelyn, Josie, Gomez, Vera, Wesley, Nellie, Kiera, Kabir, Praveen, Gia, Mary, Amaya, Paisley, Samuel or Sam, Sammy, Seth, Sophia, Silas, Margot, Drew, Drake, Vince, Adaku, Daryl, Mitt, Estella, Jill, Felicity, Gunnar, Remy, Celeste. Okay? And Ezekiel or Hezekiah. We have 17, 8, 1, and 13. We also have Aries, Virgo, Pisces, and Leo. That could be a sun, moon, or ascendant of you or the person on your mind. Somebody here could have been born on the 13th, 1st, 8th, or 17th of any month. the 25th, the 26th of any month for a birthday, the 14th. Somebody here could have been born in August, January 13th, January 14th, January 1st, January 8th, January 17th, January 25th, August 8th, August 17th, August 18th, August 1st, August 13th, August 14th, August 25th, or any day in August. And that is what I'm getting for you, Group 1. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I hope that you got a lot out of it. Remember that your support is what keeps the channel going, and I appreciate that. Every time you like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already, that really helps out the channel to grow, and thank you for being part of this. If you enjoyed this video and you know somebody who might like it too, feel free to share it. And remember that you can watch as many piles as you feel drawn to, as there may be multiple messages for you. If you're interested in a personal reading, you'll find all the details in my description box or on my website at www.mysticrosepsychic.com. My readings are affordable, and I like to connect with you all because it's a lot of fun and I enjoy it. You may have heard about my Patreon community by now. I do offer 2 exclusive weekly readings, including spicy love readings, romance, gossip, beauty, and deeply spiritual topics. You get to suggest and vote on weekly topics, plus you'll gain access to a growing library of hundreds of past readings, all starting at just $3 a month, less than a cup of coffee. And if that sounds good to you, check out the link in my description box below. I would love to have you join. Also, if you haven't yet visited my sister channel, Mystic Rose Tarot Collective, it's all about love and romance. Be sure to check it out and subscribe over there too if you like the content. A heartfelt thank you to every one of you who watches, likes, comments, and shares the videos. Especially thank you to my Patreon members and channel members. Your support means so much to me. If you'd like to contribute, you can become a channel member for only $5 a month, or check my description box for other ways to support. Donations are never expected, but they do help me to continue to create and bring you more tarot content. I'm very grateful to have you here. Stay beautiful. And until next time, take good care. Bye. Hi, Group 2. Welcome. If you chose this blue agate or image 2, you are in the right place for your reading today. So, today we're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind. How did they feel about you in the beginning versus how do they feel about you right now? I'm going to go ahead and connect with Spirit, and then we'll get started. Spirit, please be here with me now. Help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to Group 2, all about the questions at hand. Please speak through me as you always do. Please bring in light, peace, positivity, and protection. Thank you, Spirit. So I'll be doing like some cards up here and here. Up here, we're going to have about 5 cards. That's going to let us know how this person felt about you in the beginning. And then down here, it's going to be how they feel about you now. I'm also going to be using some oracle cards, okay? Now, if you start to watch a pile and it doesn't seem to resonate with you, it's okay to go back to the beginning to choose a different one. With general readings, sometimes that can happen. Take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Towards the end, I'll have some confirmations. I'll be channeling names and using astrodites and bringing through whatever confirmation Spirit wants to bring through for you in order to let you know that this is definitely your pile, okay? So, how did this person on your mind view you in the beginning? So Spirit, please help us out and let us know how the person on their mind, for my Group 2 here who's watching today, the person on their mind, Spirit, how did they feel about my Group 2 in the beginning? Five of Cups. Five of Swords. Knight of Swords in reverse. Ace of Cups. Death in the reverse. Wow. Gosh. Talk about intense. Very intense. My goodness. Okay. And let's go ahead and see how this person feels about my group 3 now. I'm sorry, my group 2 now, Spirit. My group 2. How does this person on their mind feel about them now? Ten of Wands. The Tower. The Emperor. The Knight of Swords. And the Ten of Swords. Okay. I can tell you already. I can tell you that how they felt about you in the beginning is that they had a really hard time with changing their attitude, okay? Like, when you first met them, this person was, I want to say, like, they were kind of in a bad place, okay? Because right here we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, so it's like they're on their head, you know, things were not going well for them. They were also feeling, like, stuck. And just in their personal life, when you found them, things were stuck for them. They could have had some really bad luck. And Five of Cups is about loss, regret, grief, okay? Feeling abandoned, feeling unloved. So this person could have had a lot of drama and a lot of trauma in their life, okay? And then Five of Swords is a card that indicates that this person could have been bullied, or they could have been in abusive relationships, or they could have been in, like, you know, they could have been like argumentative, like the way that they grew up or the people that they were surrounded with when in the beginning when they first met you. This person did not have a good support system, and I feel like they were trying their best, but like they were not in a good place, okay? And when they, in the beginning, they knew this and they wanted to offer you something here in the love department. But this, I'm taking this as more of like an I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't be what you need me to be, or who you need me to be, or who I want to be. I can't change, okay? So they felt paralyzed because the death is about like giving birth to something new. Something old has to die so something new can be born, right? And it's about change and metamorphosis and stuff like that. But like in reverse, there's no change happening. So like this person knew that. They just knew that going in, that they couldn't change. And I feel like they didn't have a lot of faith in themselves in the beginning. Yeah, like you met them at a really bad time in their life. They might have just lost a job, lost a loved one, gotten out of a really bad relationship. They were still trying to heal from, but they were still reeling from something, maybe a divorce. I feel like this person had a hard time, you know? And they might have told you right from the beginning, like, that they were going through a hard time. You might have thought too that you could help this person. But this can also be taken as an apology, okay? And I feel like this is coming from their heart, that like even from the beginning, they were like, you know what? I'm sorry. I cannot change. I want to, but I'm stuck, okay? That's the feeling that I'm getting from their energy when you first met them. And like you could have known that because maybe you're perceptive, Also, you could be psychic, but more than that too, they could have told you, or there were signs that you couldn't ignore, that like this person could have even had like escapism, alcoholism, you name it. Okay, they had some issues going on. They were in a negative place by the looks of it here when you first met this person. And how they feel about you now is I feel like they think it's over. It's a lot of work. The relationship, if you're still in it with this person, this relationship takes a lot of work out of this person, and they are either exhausted or stressed beyond compare. Knight of Swords tells me too that this person could be acting cold-hearted, pulling away, and they could be acting very controlling to try to control this connection and what happens if you're still together. And we have the Tower, which can be for unexpected chaos or endings, and sudden shifts and changes and stuff. And I kind of feel like this person was hoping for better, but hoping for something. If you're still with this person, I don't think it's going very well, because this person is still having a hard time. They're still worried. They've got all this weight on their back. See, the Ten of Wands is about carrying a heavy load of burden on your back. They're burdened. They do not feel good. They do not feel good. They still have so much pain, and they feel pinned down. Notice how this boy is pinned down on the ground. These swords are in his back. The Ten of Swords it means this person has hit a low, and they're at their lowest point, and they feel they can't move. Okay? So I feel really bad for this person right now. They do feel stuck, and they may be cold about it. They may be distant. They could be overthinking too. Sometimes they are in their head too much or worrying too much. Spirit is also telling me that this person could be unemotional or detached right now. Unpredictable. Okay, with the Tower, their behaviors are unpredictable right now. They could be indecisive right now. This person could be very inconsistent with their behaviors. And the Emperor, I feel like this is kind of denoting that this person is very impulsive at times, impatient at times. They can be quick-tempered. And this could be all coming up to the surface, because they feel like they can't control things. They're out of control. They can't control things. And the Tower, they feel like everything is like crumbling around them. The foundation of this connection too, everything is crumbling around them. They don't feel good about it, but it's not really having to do a lot with you. From what I'm seeing here, this is like their personal thing they're going through, and it always has been. It's their personal journey. Let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. So Spirit, how were they feeling in the beginning? If you could give us some clarifiers. How were they feeling towards who's watching today in the beginning? Sad. Like, I can't make it up. Like, when you found this person, they were very sad. And you knew it. I feel like you knew it. Okay? You're very perceptive, group 2. Plus, they might have told you, but there were signs. And your intuition told you they were... Yeah, it's funny here because I just realized we have the Knight of Swords here in reverse, and we have it here upright. So maybe they were really, really really, really, really in a bad place when you first met them, but now they're upright, but they're still like they're on their feet. They're in a little bit better in a place, but it's still not good. Obviously, it's still not good, and they're still stuck in a way. And they're still pinned. They still feel like they're in the same way, but like in some ways they're better. In some ways their life is a little better, but they're still stuck, and they're in a lot of pain, and they kind of feel too like a burden on them, a heavy burden, and also they don't want to be a burden on you. Now, how else were they feeling in the beginning about how to? Rejection. This person was feeling, they had a fear of rejection, okay? I think they have experienced a lot of pain in the past. Sadness and rejection, yeah. They were just afraid of like getting hurt and putting themselves out there. So they're kind of paralyzed with the fear. Help from above. Their soul was crying out for help, and the universe sent you to them. You did help them a bit. But sometimes we can't help people all the way. We can only do so much. You might have come from pile 1. There's a similar thread here. So if you felt drawn to pile 1, you may want to watch that, because you may get more hints and clues about this situation from pile 1. But here it's like they saw that you were very angelic, help from above. You were like an angel to them in the beginning, and they were like, wow, I want to give my heart to you. I really do, but it's almost like I don't deserve you. You're too good for me. You're going to reject me, and I'm so sad. I can't pull myself out of this. I'm stuck. What else, Spirit? Pride and duplication, or what is that? Having two sides. What's that? Not duplication. What is that? Like two sides, dichotomous. They had two sides. They had a side to them that they showed you, and they had another side to them they didn't want you to see. But you, being who you are, you could see both. You could see their potential and who they are and their trauma they were holding on to and their pain. So you could see also some things in them that maybe they didn't want you to see. You could see some things in them. It says pride. This person, they were like a totally different person when you first met them. And you did help them a little bit, but they're still they're still in a very, very bad place, group 2. And I'm not sure why, but I was getting that this person could have, I don't know, they could have taken a little bit of a walk on the wild side of life. Because I'm hearing that song by Lana Del Rey that says, born to die, we were born to die, let's take a walk on the wild side. They could like to escape, like I said. They could also have, I don't know why I was getting this, but like a skull tattoo somewhere on their body or something like that. Or even barbed wire. They could have a barbed wire or some kind of tattoo on their upper arm, okay? Or their upper thigh is coming through, or chest area also. Procrastination. This is for the now, okay? Home, procrastination. This person could be without a job right now. They really need to give themselves some love right now, because they're still going through a hard time right now. In you, they do feel like they feel safe with you, but at the same time, they're putting something off. They're putting something off. Maybe this person is, they might have grown a little too reliant on you, either financially or mentally, spiritually. They became a little too reliant on you, And Spirit's saying, pay attention to the signs here. This person, I feel like they have gotten a little bit better at learning about self-love. But also, they're the kind of person that can, even if they don't mean to, they can be like an energetic vampire. They can take from you too much. And you're a wise person. You have a lot of inner illumination. So I feel like you know this. That this person may try to take more than you want to or are comfortable giving freely to this person. They're putting something off too. They're putting something off. If you're with this person currently, they may be procrastinating on either getting a job or getting better, or they could be procrastinating on taking this to the next level. But they're procrastinating on something. Maybe they're procrastinating on something related to the home, like purchasing a home, fixing stuff around the home. Maybe there's like a lot of unfinished jobs. Like they may be the type to start a project and leave it. Unfinished business. You and this person could have unfinished business. So let's see what else. Spirit, could you give us one card for each? So how were they feeling in the beginning? You've attracted wonderful news. Yeah, they were pretty excited, hopeful even in the beginning when they first met you with the dragonfly mermaid. They thought it was, in a way, they kind of did feel like you were sent to help them, but they weren't sure. They weren't sure if they could change. I don't think they believed in themselves very much. It says an elder will teach you, the mermaid and the turtle. I just heard that song, I'm gonna love you, no, like nobody's loved you, and I'm gonna earn your trust, making memories of us. I'm gonna learn from your paw, is what it says in that song. And I'll earn your trust, making memories of us. Is it Keith Urban who sings that? I want to say it is. Making memories. I'm going to Google it here. Of us. Yeah, Keith Urban. So when I looked at this card, that's what came out. This person, I feel like they do want to be better. Be a better version of themselves for you, for them. But they are kind of feeling stuck. They may be looking for a mentor. They may be trying to learn from you all they can, or looking for, maybe they want to get into a trade and they're looking for a mentor. This could be a job related thing. But like there's something here they want to do better. They want to be better for the relationship, for you and for them, okay? That's where they're at right now. And I don't know why, I just heard, Spirit just said they're between a rock and a hard place. Okay. So, that's some sort of idiom. Between a rock and a hard place. I don't know what that means. So, let me look that up just a moment. Okay. Between a rock and a hard place is an idiom that means that you're in a situation, meaning this person is in a situation where they're faced with two difficult alternatives. So it's like they need to make up their mind, or they need to make a decision. They're in a very difficult situation and they need to make a hard decision. Okay? And this could be related to their work life, and it impacts the relationship too. Okay? Let's get some confirmations. We have Leo, Libra, Cancer, and Scorpio. That could be your sun, moon, or ascendant, or theirs. Somebody here could have been born in March, January, July, or on the 15th of any month, the 7th of any month for a birthday, the 1st of any month, the 3rd of any month, the 4th, the 11th, 26th of any month, also 27th. So March 3rd, March 4th, March 1st, March 7th, March 15th, March 16th, March 23rd, or any day in March, January 1st, January 3rd, January 15th, January 16th, January 7th, January 8th, January 11th, or any day in January for a birthday, July 7th, July 1st, July 3rd, July 15th, July 11th, July 26th, or any day in July, okay? For a birthday for you or them. I heard Daryl or Darrell for a name. I heard Jamie, Gemma, Gem. Okay, so I'm going to be saying some names here. I might say their name, your name, first, middle, or last name, or a screen name, or a nickname. I could say a family member's name. If I say a family member's name, let that just be extra confirmation that this is your pile. Now, if you don't hear me say names of anybody you know, look in the letter tiles for the name spelled out, or their initials or your initials. If you're looking for the name spelled out in the letter tiles, you can know that their name is there if you see it, but everything's there except one letter. It still counts, and you can duplicate letters if you need to. I'm hearing the name Bessie or Betsy, Elizabeth, Eli, Jagger, Michelle, Mitzi, Missy, Mickey, Shelby, Shelley, Makira, Michaela, Pam, Pammy, Tammy, Tony, Antonio or Antonia, Katie, Soraya, Becky, Becca. Somebody could be a teacher. Somebody also, you could have a child that goes to a Montessori school, or you could teach at a Montessori school, or this person could be an educator. Vinny Hogan, that could be somebody's last name. Hogan, Hayden, Hezekiah, Zachariah, Dave, Dea, Tish, Tasha, Raji, Rashina. Oh, that's a pretty name. I haven't heard Rashina. Reginald, Willow, Daisy, Natalie, Natalia, Omar, Isadora, Matthew, Kyler, Patty, Patricia, Patrice, Molly, Lazon, Addie, Adrian, Amy, Liza, Lisa, Carly, Carla, Carlisle, somebody's last name could be Carlisle, Brian, Bryce, Bryson, Brian, Donatello, Donnie, Denisha, Dan, and I'll say about 5 more names, okay? Whitney, Sherry, Jordan, Philo, Ursula, Malcolm, Alexander, Khalil, Precious, Zane, Katrina, Natasha, Terry, Tad, or Theodore, Theo. Okay, Tabby or Tabitha as well. and King or Kingston. And Reynolds, that could be somebody's last name as well. And then somebody here could be from Serbia, Massachusetts, the name Matilda, Ohio, New Guinea. Ontario or Canada, Rhett or Red, that could be a nickname. Somebody here could have red hair. Roy, Czech Republic. Somebody could be from the Czech Republic. Daytona. Somebody could be from Daytona Beach, Florida. I'm seeing break. Somebody could be on spring break in Daytona Beach, Florida, or something like that. I don't know. That seems very specific, but... Or be planning a vacation to Florida. Or somewhere tropical, even. And then Serbia. And Morocco. And that's what I'm getting for you. Okay, so remember, your support is what keeps this channel thriving. So if you enjoyed today's video, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for helping this community to grow and flourish. And thank you for being part of this experience. If you enjoyed today's video and you know somebody else who might like it too, feel free to share it. And remember that you can watch as many piles as you feel drawn to. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you'll find all the details in my description box or on my website at www.mysticrosepsychic.com. I will link that in the description box below. My readings are affordable, and it's always fun to connect with you. You may have heard by now about my Patreon community. I do offer 2 weekly readings, exclusive weekly readings, including spicy love readings, romance, gossip, beauty, and deeply spiritual topics. You even get to suggest and vote on weekly topics, plus you'll gain access to a growing library of hundreds of past readings, all starting at just $3 a month. So if that sounds good to you, check out the link in my description box. I would love to have you join. Also, if you haven't yet visited my sister channel, Mystic Rose Tarot Collective, it's all about love and romance. Be sure to check it out and subscribe over there if you enjoy the content. I would love to see you there. A heartfelt thank you to every one of you who watches, likes, comments, and shares the videos. Special thanks goes out to my Patreon members and channel members. Your support means so much to me. And if you'd like to contribute, you can become a channel member for just $5 a month. Or you can check my description box for other ways to support the channel. Donations are never expected, but they do help me to be able to continue to bring you more tarot content. I am so grateful to have you here. Stay beautiful. And until next time, take good care. Hi, Group 3. Welcome. If you're here because you chose the light green aventurine or image 3, you're in the right place. We're going to be taking a deep dive look into the person on your mind. How did they feel about you in the beginning versus how do they feel about you now? So, let me go ahead and connect with Spirit, and then we can begin. Spirit, please be here with me now. Help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to Group 3 about the questions at hand. Please speak through me as you always do, Spirit. Please bring in light, peace, positivity, and protection. Thank you, Spirit. I will be doing some confirmations at the end of this group, toward the end, like I would say maybe 20 minutes into it, okay? And it'll take about 10 minutes. And I'll be doing, rolling the astro dice, and I will be channeling some names, okay, and bringing through whatever details Spirit wants me to bring through for those confirmations. So I'm going to put a row up here that's going to tell all about how your person felt about you when they first met you in the beginning of this, connection or this relationship, okay? And then I'll do like a row down here of how they feel now. And I'm also going to be using some oracle cards for more, I guess you could say, like clarification on the cards and for more information, okay? So, wow. Okay, well, there you go. So we'll start here quickly. I'll place these here at the top. We have the Eight of Wands and the Chariot. We have the Eight of Cups, but it's in reverse. Typically, the Eight of Wands, when it's upright, is about walking away. But having that be in the reverse tells me that, like, the person, when they first met you, they were like, okay, now that I've met you, I'm not leaving you. Like, you are my person. And I feel like they, with the Chariot, they were really ready. They were very ready for you. They were very communicative with you. They communicated with you, I want to say, like, very well. Like, they were able to express to you how they were feeling. And they might have been very attentive as well in the beginning. Lots of texting, lots of attention. They gave you a lot of attention, okay? Yeah, this person, I feel like what they did was they kind of put you on a pedestal, like, wow. I heard, wow, you are so special to me. So that's, this person might have come in and like put you up on a pedestal and treated you like you were very, very special to them right away. We have the Fool. We also have the Justice in reverse. Okay, so I want to see why the Justice is in reverse. The Sun. Okay. The Justice in reverse with the Sun. The Justice is about cause and effect, a win-win situation, the truth coming out. So I'll get more into that in a minute, but let me go ahead and I'm going to use the ethereal visions cards to see how they're feeling now about you. Wow. Okay. Soulmates or reconciliation. Wow. Looks like this person is still quite attentive with you because Eight of Wands, we had that in the beginning and we have that now. So they still are they're very good at communicating to you what they want and need. Not only that, but they love to communicate with you. They're very attentive to you. They feel like you're their soulmate. Okay? That's what the Six of Cups is about. Let's get some more. Knight of Cups. Nine of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. We also have Wheel of Fortune. This person now, let's see. Okay, this person could be a soulmate, twin flame. You definitely knew them in a different lifetime. They feel that too. They feel like they've known you for many lifetimes. Knight of Cups could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer individual, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be that person. It doesn't mean that they have to be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but they could embody the water energy. When I say that, what I mean is like this person is very in touch with their emotions and how they feel, and they're very, just naturally very intuitive. In the beginning, this person, they may have had some things that they maybe didn't exactly tell you up front, okay? Because the justice in reverse can be about things that maybe are hidden. It can also be about legal problems, but I don't think that that's going to be for very many of you out there. It might be for 1 or 2 people watching this, but for most of you, this person just had some things that, even though they were very communicative with you in the beginning, they may have held back some things initially from you that you might have found out later. But it doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh no, I found out something horrible. It could just be like some things that they might have held back. You know, they could have held back like some of their things from other relationships or whatever, and it doesn't really have to be a big deal. But also with the sun there as a clarifier, I mean, they might have truly and honestly, they might have been just, when they first met you, like they were holding back their excitement, because the sun is for happiness and like really feeling excited, you know. And so with that in conjunction with that justice in reverse, it kind of makes me feel like maybe that's what they were holding back, was like they didn't want to seem like overly excited, overly exuberant about you, but they really were. And I think you could kind of tell that because they were ready. They were, you know, they were like very attentive, and they put you on this pedestal, and there was like this fresh energy, new energy, fresh energy in the start. It was just exciting. The Fool card, it's an Aquarius type of vibe. And this person was really very sweet, very loyal, and just honest, really honest. And in the beginning, with the Fool there, I think they were excited because this was all new to them, and they were like over the moon, but like trying to play it cool, okay? Really just trying to play it cool with the Fool card there and all that. But they had a lot of hope, because that's for fresh hope. They had a lot of hope that this was gonna be awesome. Okay, and they were ready to take a chance on you for sure, because we have the Chariot with the Fool, so that's for taking chances. And yeah, this 8 of Cups in reverse is like, I'm not going anywhere, okay? I'm staying right here with you. So no matter how long it's been since, you know, you first met this person, if you're in separation, they're definitely feeling anxiety over that and wanting to reconcile. I'll tell you that right off the bat, because they want the communication. They want to communicate with you, and they feel like they've known you for many lifetimes, and they want to bring a love offer into you. Now, if this is somebody that you're still with, then I'm going to have to look into this. I'm going to have to look into this and see, if you're still with this person, why would we be having this 9 of Swords? Because this looks like something difficult that this person could be going through. But when it comes to you, there's a lot of love here, okay? Now, whatever they're going through could be money related. It could be family issues, okay? It could be something exterior, not anything to do with you even. By the looks of it, this person has a lot of love for you, and they love talking to you. They love communicating with you, and either they want to make up with you and reconcile, or they want to tell you that you are their soulmate, okay? Definitely, I'm feeling here with this that they want to make a love offer with you. You know, they're very romantic. They want to tell you, with the 8 of Swords, they want to bring the communication in towards you to tell you that they love you, they care about you. So I need to dig deeper. So I'm going to use these cards. If this person and you are together right now still, then why the 9 of Swords? It could be something external that they need to talk to you about, okay? Or that they, you know, that has nothing to do with you, but like other people trying to butt in. I mean, look at all these people. I mean, here we have somebody, they're sitting up in their bed crying, and we have all these people pointing, looking in and putting their nose into her business. It looks like they're kind of like laughing at her. maybe that's why this person is feeling that way. Like, they don't really want to think about other people and how they feel about whatever they're going through or whatever their thoughts they're having. There's something here. I want to dig a little deeper. Pride. What else? What is this person currently feeling for pile 3? Oh, I got to cover that. I just have to cover this, and I got to cover her booty because we don't want her. Well, I don't mind it, but YouTube doesn't like it. Oops, the booty showed. That's okay. There's just a little glimpse of the booty. But anyway, this person is thinking about you and them being intimate together. That's what it's, but they're almost like either too, maybe pride got in the way of something. If this is somebody who is in separation from you, then it seems like pride got in the way and they weren't able to tell you what they needed to say. But there is a strong desire here. And if you are still together with them now, maybe they're not telling you, maybe they're withholding their feelings, maybe they're withholding compliments, things that they want to tell you, and how much, maybe they're still afraid of feeling too, looking too eager. Home, you feel like home to them. They are missing you if you're far away, or if you're not together, they're missing you. Courage. Okay, they wish they had the courage to come to you or to tell you. They wish they had the courage to tell you how much they want you, and sometimes their pride gets in their way. Okay, so basically what was going on up here is still going on. Like, they're still kind of like gaga over you, okay? They're crazy about you, but they're holding back. They're still holding back a little bit here. They wish they had the courage, though, to tell you and tell you they want to bring you that love offer, or like, yeah, I'm hearing that song, Love Me Tomorrow Like Today, by Peter Cicero. Will you still love me tomorrow? Or yeah, something like that. I think it's by Chicago. Love me tomorrow like today. Not really sure. I don't have my phone with me, so I can't look it up, but yeah. So they want to know, like, this person, like, wants to know, like, do you still love them, or are you still going to love them in the future? What's going on here is, like, they kind of have you on a pedestal, and they don't hold themselves in that is even in higher regard as they hold you. So they hold you in higher regard, and they really want to meet you where you're at, but it's sometimes they feel like it's a little unattainable, like they feel like you are perfect. Beauty. Yeah, your beauty is perfection, and they kind of feel like they don't really hold a candle to you. In so many ways, they think you're so beautiful inside and out. There's almost like a sense of like unworthiness here, where they feel like they don't deserve someone so beautiful, like in your like of your caliber. Okay, how did they feel in the beginning? I just heard they worshipped and idolized you. Love. Yeah, they fell in love with you at first sight. They took one look at you, they fell in love with you. And nothing has changed because they're still in love with you, even though some things might have changed or happened or shifted, where either something might have taken you and this person and kind of put a divide there, but they're still feeling the same as they did in the beginning, but now they have even more to tell you. And something is causing them great pain. Either they can't be with you, or they can't express to you, for whatever reason, how much they love you. Not only that, they think you're exceptional, and that what they really need to tell you is that they want you to love them as much as they love you, and they're kind of worried about either some people putting their nose into this, their business, nosing into their business, and all they want is to hold you, to be close to you, and to be physical with you. And they want you to try to accept them how they are, even though they know they're not perfect. And we have 17, 7, 35, and 30. I also have 28. These could be ages here, 17, 35, 30, or 28. And then with the 7, this could be July birthday. We also have a 4, April. Somebody here could have been born in April or the 4th of any month. How else were they feeling in the beginning? Pay attention to the signs. Soulmate. They thought you were their soulmate right off the bat. Okay? Right off the bat. Right from the beginning. They were like, damn, I'm in love with you. They fell hard. They fell fast for you. They literally came in and, I want to say, like, love bombed you. Like, put you way up on a pedestal. Okay? And they might have even told you they loved you right away, like kind of fast. Okay? Maybe even on like the first date. I don't know. But like they were feeling that they knew you from a different lifetime. They're still feeling like that, but in some ways they don't feel worthy enough to be with you. Let's get one of each of these cards too. So Spirit, what else can you tell us about group 3 and how this person on their mind felt in the beginning versus now? This person, we got the black cat. They felt lost when they first met you, like lost. I was lost and now I'm found. I heard that. I was lost, but now I'm found. Like they kind of felt like they were like searching for something. They were lost and then they found you and you felt like home to them. Okay. They might have even been like terrified or just, you know, very scared, scared of lots of things. You brought them an immediate calmness, like calm just washing over them. Like it felt like a warm blanket. Okay, that's how your energy felt to them. How do they feel now? The unexpected, a change you didn't see coming. So there's something that changed that they didn't really see coming, and they don't want anything to change. If there's been changes, like if the two of you are not together for whatever reason, or something came in the way, or there's been unforeseen challenges, like they're not happy about that because they didn't see this coming and they got like whiplash from it. And now they're terrified. That's what I'm seeing here. They're scared because they don't want to lose you. I'm hearing that song, "If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me." Yeah, that's how they're feeling about you. If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. They feel like you are part of them. Like you've always, I heard it's always been you. Okay. Let's get some confirmations. Hopefully you are resonating with this so far. If so, please remember to press that like button and comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Those things really do help the channel, so thank you so much. Let's do the confirmations. You or the special person on your mind could have been born in May, April, October. We have 2 10s, so October 10th. We also have a 17. The 17th of any month, the 10th of any month for a birthday for you or this person on your mind. The 4th of any month or the 5th of any month for a birthday. The 14th, the 15th. Specific birthdays here would be May 5th, May 4th, May 9th, May 10th, May 19th, May 17th, May 21st, or May 26th. April 4th, April 5th, April 9th, April 10th, April 19th, April 17th, April 27th. Or any day in April, October 10th, October 17th, October 4th, October 5th, October 9th, October 19th, October 17th, October 21st, October 26th, or any day in October for a birthday. Then we have Taurus, and we have Libra, and we have Aquarius, and then we have Libra again. I'll roll again because I like to have 4 different signs. Pisces. So You or this special person on your mind could have Pisces, Aquarius, Libra, or Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do some channeling, name channeling, and hints and clues. I might say your first, middle, or last name, or the person on your mind's first, middle, or last name. If you don't hear me say their name or your name, look for the name spelled out in the letter tiles. If everything's there except one letter, it still counts, and you can duplicate letters if you need to. You can look for initials if you don't see the name spelled out. Your initials or their initials. You might even hear like their screen name or a nickname. If you hear me say family members' names, let that just be extra confirmation. Like if you hear a bunch of names of people that you know, let that be extra confirmation that this is your pile. And I'm already hearing some things, so I'll bring some names through. I was hearing Fabian, Fritz, Ferdinand, Kiwi, Kiki, Christina, Crystal, Ludwig, Luigi, Martha or Marta, Hans, Jewel, Julia, Jules, Paul, Paula, Paulette, Frederick, Vernon, Blythe, Blaine, Malik, Malik, Malachi, Jared, Flo, Floyd. I heard Vitali. Somebody here could be Italian or live in Italy. Travel to Italy. Snyder, that could be somebody's last name. Billy. Ray or Billy Ray. Liberia, somebody could be from Liberia. Vietnam. Somebody could have, this might sound very specific, but somebody could have like a SpongeBob SquarePants tattoo. Okay. Or Patrick tattoo. I'm also seeing like a tattoo of a paw print. So like an animal's paw print or a baby's footprint. So you could have a tattoo like that, or this person. The name Smith, Melissa Anderson, Edith, William, Ollie or Olivia, Colin, Denver, Jeannie, Jenny, Damien or Damon, May, Malin, Maya, John, Johnson, Carlos, Freya, Selma, Lacey, Nate, Donna, Ivan, Kelly, Kellogg, somebody's last name could be Kellogg, Brighton, Grayson, Sabrina, Evelina, Evelyn, Maverick, Chadwick or Chad, and Chaz. I also heard Lithuania, Dominican Republic, and Ecuador, Peru, the name Rex, or the name King. I heard Zilla. I'm not sure what Zilla would be. Maybe somebody's nickname. I'm not sure. I've never heard that name before. But I was hearing that. So I was hearing Siri. That could be somebody's name. Tire. Somebody could have just had their tires rotated or had a flat tire on their automobile, because we have tired. Somebody's tired. Tired. Okay. We have lied. Okay, lied. Maybe this person like spoke an untruth or tried to cover something up. You never know. But for some reason, that's standing out to me. Lied. Maybe they told you something that was like a half truth, or maybe they told you something to cover up how they were really feeling. Somebody here could work in the fast food industry, or like, you know, cook, like be a cook or a chef or something like that. Dre. Dr. Dre. Okay, maybe somebody here likes rap music. I was hearing like Dr. Dre, and then I heard Flow Rider. ZZ Top. Okay, interesting. Maybe this person has an eclectic taste for music. Hendrix. Maybe somebody here likes Jimi Hendrix or plays the electric guitar. Jasmine. I heard Jason Derulo. Oh man, this person, whoever this is, they could really love music. Okay, or play an instrument. Maybe they're in a band. Ballerina. I heard ballerina. Ballerina girl. Somebody here could have been a ballerina when they were younger. Or maybe, if this is you, maybe you're a dancer. I heard cheer captain. Somebody here was on a cheer team or a cheer captain. Somebody here could have been a valedictorian or very, very smart. Junior. The name Arnold. Keegan. Somebody here could be an auto mechanic. Dexter. Bit. Somebody here could deal with bitcoins or be in banking. Violet. The name Violet. Courtney. I'm seeing hired. Somebody could work in hiring and firing. Somebody could be an administrator, or somebody could have just started a new job. Okay, or somebody could have been fired from a job. Okay, I am seeing that. I'm seeing ZITS, zits. Somebody here could be suffering from acne pretty bad, or acne scars. This person could have acne scars. Dry skin. I just heard dry skin. Somebody might have dry skin, or oily, very oily skin, or very dry skin. Somebody here maybe has like a hormonal imbalance, I'm hearing from spirit. Okay. And then I'm seeing derm. So like it reminds me of like dermatology. So somebody could be seeing a dermatologist, or this person, maybe that's their occupation, is they work as a dermatologist or something like that. Or some kind of medical thing. The name Sid. Sydney. Dubai. Darius. Somebody here could deliver mail, okay, or somebody here works outdoors, could be even in construction. Roadside, I heard, roadside construction. Lawyer. Liz, Lizzie. Liza. Jerry and Jerusha. Somebody here could work in a doctor's office. Yeah. Elizabeth. Okay. BMW. Somebody drives a BMW. Volkswagen Bug. Okay, that's what's coming through. I could probably keep going. There's a lot coming through for you, Group 3. But if you liked this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Those things really help the channel. Thank you for supporting this channel and helping it to grow. I appreciate you being here and being a part of this. If you really liked today's video and you know somebody else who might like it too, feel free to share it. Remember that you can watch as many piles as you felt drawn to. If you're interested in a personal reading, you will find all the details in my description box below or on my website at www.mysticrosepsychic.com. I will link that in the description box below. My readings are very affordable and I really have fun connecting with y'all. You may have heard by now about my Patreon community. I do offer 2 exclusive weekly readings, including spicy love readings, romance, gossip, beauty, and deeply spiritual topics too. You even get to suggest and vote on weekly topics. It's so much fun. Plus, you get to have access to a growing library of hundreds of past readings, all starting at about $3 a month. Actually, it's $3 exactly per month, and then it goes up from there because there's different tier levels and a lot of different options, so check it out. And so if that sounds exciting to you, check out the link in my description box. I would love to see you on over at my Patreon. Also, if you haven't yet visited me over at my sister channel, Mystic Rose Tarot Collective, be sure to visit. I'll link it in the description box below, but it's all about love and romance, and it's a collective. So be sure to check it on out and subscribe over there too if you like it. I would love to see you there. A heartfelt thank you to every one of you who watches, likes, comments, and shares my videos. And a special thanks goes out to my Patreon members and my channel members. Your support means so much to me. If you would like to contribute, you can become a channel member for only $5 a month. Or check my description box for other ways to support. Donations are never expected, but they do truly help me to continue to create and bring to you more tarot content. So I'm grateful to have you here. Stay beautiful, and until next time, take good care. Bye.